Today on the channel, we're back at it again, dancing between DC and Image Comics with a little elite McFarlane Toys, Wildcats' very own Spartan.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again for another McFarlane Toys unboxing and review. And today on the channel from the DC universe, maybe the Image universe, heck, why not both? We got Wildcats, the leader, Spartan. But for all your Spartan needs and a whole lot more, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there, and that's exactly what I did. Pick this up over there at Jay's Toys and Games. Head over there right now. They got them in stock and 15% off. You need that 15% off, as these are expensive figures from Todd on the couch here. Todd, I know what you're up to. I know your games. I put the business hat on. I see what you're doing here. But I'm excited about this Spartan figure, and this is an interesting one because it is in Image Comics, from the introduction of Image Comics, from the world of Jim Lee, and we all remember the foundation of Image, of course. Todd, a big part of that, as we know. But then many years later, I guess Jim Lee's creations went over to DC. That's how we got the Grifter from McFarlane Toys a few years ago. Now we're getting Spartan. So DC, Image, whatever you want to call it, it is the leader of the Wildcats. It is Spartan. In a moment in time, of course, the Wildcats team, when I was a little kid in the 90s collecting comics and about that life at the comic book shop, I was all in on the Image Comics, the number ones, all that kind of stuff. And of course, Jim Lee, coming off that hot X-Men run, you know I was here for the Wildcats. They had a Super Nintendo game once upon a time, and then a very, very fun Playmates line, which I have all the figures displayed in my collection all these years later. And we'll compare it to a little Spartan Playmates versions many moons ago. Very fun all these years later. Very nostalgic for me, being, like I said, a comic book store rat around this time. Very excited to get this Spartan figure here and mix him in with the rest of the Image, DC universe, whatever you want to call it. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. We'll do some comparisons later in this video. So a lot of fun to be had with this one. And it looks like a little extra pizzazz with this one as well. I really hope we can get some more Wildcat team members. I don't think that's going to be the case. I unfortunately don't think that's going to happen. I guess if it does happen, it would have to be from Mattel. That's the way it's going to go, because technically a DC property, if I'm not mistaken. And with Todd, obviously with Image connections there, Jim Lee friendship and all that, and then him doing the DC Multiverse line, that's how we got this one here. But part of the Elite Collection, as we know, Wildcats down there, classic Wildcats. And then you got a little sticker in the front. Sweepstakes, original artwork by Jim Lee. Enter for a chance to win a 101. Wouldn't that be something if I won that, Todd? People would say it's fixed. I wouldn't, though, because I'd win fair and square, as we know. On the side, more about that sweepstakes there. Elite Collection over here. And then on the back, how about that? When people think of Wildcats, they probably think of this. That's what I think of. And man, Maul, an absolute all-timer. I still have the gigantic Maul figure from Playmates. I use that with my toys because he could grow bigger and stuff. Very cool. Quite the team here. Like I said, wish we could get the rest. I guess we'll just have to settle for Spartan and Grifter is probably what's going to end up happening. No readout on this one, unfortunately. And we're going to see what all the fuss is about with this. What's going on here? What are we doing here? Uh-oh. It's one of those complicated packages once again. Is that what we got going on? Ugh, it's not coming out. What are we doing? Can I get it out? Can I get it out of the package? Oh my gosh, of course I can't get it out. What? I can get it up. I can't get it out, Todd. What are you talking about? Todd, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know. Todd working blue from the couch again. I just went over my head, apparently. There we go. All right, I'm trying to figure this mess out here. There we go. I'm a professional. There it is. See you later, goodbye. We do get this little base stand. I believe these all connect like a game of Tetris if you want to. We've had Savage Dragon. We've had Spawn. We've had Shadowhawk. Now we got Spartan. So we got that going on. And then we get the cardboard backing here. All right, Jim Lee, 2026. doing Jim Lee things. Wildcats on the back. I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. There's cards all over. There's twist ties all over. Look at this. We got cards over here. We got cards over here. We got Spartan wrapped up in twist ties. We're playing all the hits. And I'm going to just take it offline. I'm going to get this all out of the package. We'll be back with the true leader of the Wildcats in Spartan. All right, we got Spartan out of the package. Took a little longer than I thought it would, so good thing I took it offline. Got everything here, but first let's read the card here. Jim Lee. Unfortunately, nothing against Jim Lee, but I would want a readout for my boy Spartan here, and I guess I'll have to fill in the blanks on my memory back for the 90s, but he was the leader of the Wildcats, that's true. He was like an android, if I'm not mistaken. It had like some guy's brain, some old guy's brain like implanted in there. Very 90s, of course, playing off the RoboCop kind of stuff in some ways there. But he was the leader of the Wildcats, and he was an android, and I think he had different personalities over the years. I don't know. Anyways, Jim Lee. Jim Lee is a world-renowned comic book artist, writer, and publisher, widely regarded as one of the most influential figures in modern comics. Known for his highly detailed and dynamic style, Lee helped redefine superhero visuals for a generation. He rose to prominence at Marvel Comics, where his work on X-Men contributed to the best-selling single issue of all time, with over 8 million copies sold. And a lot of that had to do with, if I'm not mistaken, that X-Men #1 had different covers. So obviously you get people buying multiple covers, as we know. In 92, Lee co-founded Image Comics, a groundbreaking publisher that reshaped the industry by giving creators ownership of their work. Through Wildstorm Productions, he created titles such as Wildcats and Gen 13. How do I forget about Gen 13? What are those ladies up to in this day and age? Very chesty time in comic books, which is a kid and an old man. I love chesty comic books. Why wouldn't you? Helping establish Image as a dominant force in comics. After Wildstorm was acquired by DC in 1998, Lee illustrated landmark works including Batman Hush and played a key role in shaping the modern DC universe. And I guess in a lot of ways, maybe more known for DC in this day and age than Marvel. Maybe not. But yeah, that's part of the legalities, I guess, of Wildstorm and obviously Wildcats being owned by DC. Anyways, let's get down to business here. We got a cell phone, which was very fashion forward back in 1992, as you can imagine. The only people that had cell phones at that time were, I believe, Zach Morris and my stepmom. I don't remember anybody else having a cell phone around that time, but looking good. A black cell phone, of course. And there was like a little guy. Wasn't there like a little guy? I don't know. He wasn't necessarily the leader. Spartan was the leader, but there was like this little guy. He'd always be in like a suit. Am I dreaming this, Todd McFarlane? And he was in the comics, and he would kind of like dictate some orders and stuff. It's been a long time once again. We do get some effect pieces here. Nice pinkish color, translucent here. Go on the hands if you want to. Got 2 of those. We got a full-on one here. You put this on the fist. He's going to be ready to go with that. And then another fisted one. So we're fisting all kinds of stuff. Some energy projection. Of course, a big part of Spartan. Some wild colors as well, as we know with Spartan. And then we do got a hand attachment as well. So we got plenty of options with this one here. And the options continue. 2 Fists of Fury out of the package. 2 gripping hands. A trigger hand. No weapon to trigger. Not sure why we need that. And then we got a splayed out hand and a gripping cell phone hand here. Blue gloved hands here. He is an android after all, so we got that going on. But now we've left the accessories behind over here. It's time to dive into Spartan. And we got 3 heads with Spartan here. Now the hair apparently removable on this one. Yep, it is. So you pop off that hair if you want to. I got to think like a lot of the different comics around this time kind of based on other characters. Shadowhawk, a little bit Wolverine, a little bit of Batman, Spawn, maybe a little bit of Spider-Man in there maybe. But Spartan, he's got a little bit of Cyclops, I always felt with him. Also a little bit of Gambit. Maybe that was just kind of the mask over the side and the hair. Maybe that's just me. But always had a little bit of feel to Gambit. Very 90s fashion forward hairdo. We all had this hairdo in the 90s, I'm sure. But looking good there. Looks like Spartan to me. I know exactly who this is. 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. A bit of a stoic face on him. And of course, androids not telling the funniest jokes, so they're not always smiling. Second head here, you got the mean face here. He's in battle. He's ready to go. He's got the teeth showing. He's ready to fire on all cylinders if he needs to. You can swap the hair around, obviously, on all these. And then the third and final head, we're back to stoic, but he's got an all white eye and then a pink eye, breaking through a little bit of that Terminator feel. And I guess they probably put a little Terminator in him too. Of course, Terminator 2 was just sweeping the nation around this time, as we know. You could be mine. Exactly, Todd McFarlane. You could be mine, of course, Guns N' Roses. But those are our heads there. So that is the loadout. That is the accessories. Now we're diving into Spartan here. And we're going to start with the bodysuit. You got the blue on the up top. Got a little bit of color on the shoulders there with some arrows. I don't know what this is. This piping stuff here. And it goes over the top. And then it goes down to his belt. And he's got all kinds of pockets throughout on the belt. Got a lot of stuff going on. Fist of Fury, as we mentioned earlier. Got some off-white, grayish-white pants down here. You got some red striping throughout. All kinds of stuff. Blue boots, red around there as well. Just really looks like Spartan. Spartan was never anything over the top. It just kind of reminded me a lot of Cyclops and Gambit, and that's what I get with this one here. So spot on, spot on. Arms all the way around here. You got the butterfly shoulders. You got a little bicep cut action here. Double jointed pinned elbows. Yes, pinned elbows, Tom McFarlane. You're acting like you're shocked over there. You gave me one of those Macaulay Culkin Home Alone faces. Hands back and forth, side to side, removable. Head removable, hair removable. Choose your own adventure there. Hula hoop up top. Not really much for a traditional waist as far as things go. A little bit of that Spartan splits if you need to. He's ready to fly through the air. We know what he's up to. Leg goes up for the big boot. Double jointed pinned knees on this one. Ankles back forth, side to side. And then you got the toe articulation on him as well. So our usual McFarlane articulation here for Spartan. But he does look pretty good. And he should fit on the stand he came with, don't you think? Yeah, what do you know? It's like fitting like a glove right there. Old Spartan. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Is this true? Is this real life once again? I don't see it anywhere, so I'm going to assume I am cursed. I am cursed! Danhausen, I haven't even ran into him since San Diego Comic-Con 2025, but I got quality issues on my Spartan. Are you kidding me? Look at this. I got Dory Funk Jr. I've had issues left and right lately. What is going on? Dory Funk Jr., a terrible saga here on the channel. But now I got issues with Spartan. I was looking at him. Now, when I do the articulation, I always go to the right arm. Maybe it's because I'm right-handed. I don't know what it is, but I go to the right arm. But look at this. I go over here. I look at Spartan on the left side. He's missing the ring around the arm. Are you kidding me? That did not fall off. I do not see that anywhere. Are you kidding me? Todd, what are you doing? You're supposed to be my friend. You stay on the couch rent-free. Are you kidding me? Oh, my gosh. I'm very stressed out lately. I've had a stressful summer. It's been a stressful year, Todd McFarlane, let me tell you. And things like this just get everything else out there. I'm angry about this, but I think it's everything else comes up and just gets after me. And now I got to deal with this Spartan figure, which I was really looking forward to. I love the Wildcats. I've been happy for Spartan for a long time. And now look at this. I just got a very weird looking arm because he doesn't have that little band in there. What are we doing in the quality controls these days? Oh my gosh, it's just falling apart. How many messed up figures can I get? What is going on? Is quality control a thing from any company anymore? Todd, don't even talk to me. Don't even talk to me. I'm about ready to kick you out. Why don't you just go? Why don't you just leave the couch right now, walk out there, and you just leave? Yep, you're getting up. I like to see it. Nope, leave your shoes and socks. I don't care. Just walk out. You got to go outside for a while. You're gonna go out in the backyard with the dogs, what you need to do. Unbelievable. I can't believe this. I can't. I don't know. Unbelievable. Man, it's always the figures I'm so excited about. I get the quality control issues. And then once again, this is like a $50 figure. It's like $50, but I saved 15%. So I did save some money at Jay's. But are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Whoa, stop the clock. Kyle here, a much calmer, cool, and collected version of myself here today. As I did reach out to my good friends over there at Jay's Toys and Games, once again, save 15% with code Kyle. I told them about the issue with the Wildcat Spartan figure, missing the little shoulder cup in there. And they said, don't worry about it. We got a replacement right here for you. So very kind of Jay's to make this right. At the end of the day, it wasn't Jay's fault. It was McFarlane Quality Control, which happens, Todd McFarlane. I understand it, but coming on the heels of the Dory Funk Jr. incident, you can see how I'm just a little bit agitated by these kind of things. But kudos to Jay for making this right. I'll have, obviously, throughout this video, the corrected photos throughout on here. But wanted to tell you guys that I did get this one fixed. As far as Dory Funk Jr., still to be determined on that one. Unfortunately. There you go. Bring Grifter in. I don't even know. It like derails the whole thing. I don't even know where I'm at anymore. But we got Grifter once upon a time. I didn't have any quality control issues with Grifter, thankfully, here. But Spartan just going south. Going extremely south here. Oh my gosh. Oh. I don't know. It just took the wind out of the sails. And I got Spartan from once upon a time here from the Playmates days. Unbelievable. You can't win. I brought Grifter too from the Playmates days just in case. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I just off the rails. It just wind is out of my sails. I just wanted to stop. I just want to stop this review. So I don't know. I don't know if I can recommend this one. I would love to recommend it, but if we got issues like this, you better look yours over. And I need to do a better job personally. I need to reflect. Is any of this my fault? Maybe it is a little bit, because you know what? I just assume. And we know what happens when we assume. And Todd left. He went upstairs, so I can't even defer to Todd. And my dogs are in their kennel. They wanted to take a nap. I said, all right, you guys stay in there. So they're not even down here to talk to. I'm literally talking to myself. I never talk to myself. What are we doing? But I need to be better at looking at the figures in the package. There's a lot of collectors out there, and kudos to you that really look these things over. I don't look close enough. I'm like, oh, Spartan, great. And I assume I have the trust with the company. I have trust with McFarlane Toys in this example, and I shouldn't be so trustful because look at this. We don't have that spot going there. Oh, unbelievable. I don't know. That's what we're doing. So wind out of my sails on the Spartan figure. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. I'll figure it out, I guess. I don't know. It's always something. But there it is. Wildcat Spartan. Should have been a glorious unboxing. Instead went absolutely south. Absolute disappointment. Hate it. I hate it. Is what it is. Is what it is. I don't know. Anyways, your thoughts on Spartan, put them in the comments down below. I don't know. Like this video, subscribe to the channels, 2 YouTube channels, Patreon, YouTube channel membership, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast, Kyle Peterson Show, available where podcasts are found with video cast on YouTube. And that's it. That's Spartan. That's Wildcats. I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we going to dance or are we going to play?
Down we here, this place is screwed.